crosses on the court, or did I miss that? Because a third of these players believes that the fans are racist. Oh, that didn't happen? Funny how that worked. Also, funny how Asia Wilson was all smiles. I thought she felt threatened or something playing in Indiana. She was a hee and a tee hee and a ha ha and a cuckoo and all that, just having a blast out there. Fraudulent. You want to know what's also fraudulent? Holy hell! And that's the reason I'm making this video.
During the recent WNBA All-Star exhibition, spectators witnessed what many described as an extremely poor quality basketball contest. The defensive effort was virtually non-existent throughout the match, transforming the event into essentially a three-point shooting competition. Players continuously launched long-range attempts without regard for traditional game strategy or entertainment value. However, the subpar gameplay became secondary to a much larger controversy that emerged during the event. The real story centered around controversial apparel choices made by the participating athletes.
These these t-shirts, whoever told them to do this was a bad move. A bad move. Because when I tell you, Fearbuck, Breaking 911, Barstool Sports, congratulations, Clown World picked you up. Hater Report, and about 25 others.
Several players wore shirts bearing the message, "Pay us what you owe us," during warm-ups and pre-game activities, creating an immediate social media firestorm. The clothing choice proved to be a massive public relations disaster for the league. Major sports news outlets and social media accounts quickly picked up the story, including prominent platforms like Breaking 911, Barstool Sports, and numerous other influential accounts. The response spread rapidly across the internet, generating overwhelmingly negative reactions from basketball fans and general sports audiences. Critics immediately pointed out the economic realities facing the women's professional basketball organization.
Report, and about 25 others. This is now going viral. I mean, mega viral, and not in a good way. This backfired from a PR standpoint royally. The WNBA is getting crushed, obliterated, just cooked. None of those terms are putting enough emphasis on how bad.
Many respondents noted that Caitlin Clark appeared to be the only player genuinely deserving of increased compensation, given her significant impact on viewership and attendance figures. Some suggested the slogan should read, "Pay me what you owe me," to reflect Clark's unique contribution to league popularity. The backlash intensified as commentators highlighted the league's financial struggles. The organization reportedly lost approximately $40 million during the previous season, despite receiving substantial subsidies from the Men's Professional Basketball Association. Many critics questioned what exactly the players believed they were owed given these economic circumstances.
They're getting destroyed right now. Pay us what you owe us. Number one, you could just change that into pay us what you owe me. Because Caitlin Clark is the only player that deserves to get paid in the whole damn group. Right here. Pay me what you owe me. Fixed it. You're right about that. You did fix it. Holy crap.
Social media responses were particularly harsh, with users suggesting the league should operate independently without external financial support to determine actual market value. Multiple comments indicated that if forced to generate revenue independently, player salaries would likely decrease significantly rather than increase. The situation became more problematic when observers noted the league's continued dependence on external funding sources. Despite receiving millions in support from the NBA, the Women's League continues to operate at substantial losses annually. This financial reality contradicted the players' demands for increased compensation.
You did fix it. Holy crap. Holy crap. Can we pay them to go away? What exactly are they owed? How does the math break down? Oh, God. My God. This is crazy. This is crazy. Clown World. Here we go. How about they first pull in some revenue as me?
Public sentiment appeared overwhelmingly negative across multiple social media platforms. Commentators scrolled through hundreds of responses across various threads and found virtually no support for the player's position. The unanimous criticism spanned different social media accounts and news outlets covering the story. Many responses focused on basic economic principles, suggesting that compensation should align with revenue generation. Critics argued that demanding pay increases while operating at significant losses demonstrated a fundamental misunderstanding of business economics.
In some revenue as men, as the same as men. Not gonna happen. They want NBA checks with YMCA numbers. You knew this was gonna be bad. So they want less money than they're making. A lot of people came right out and said they're making too much money right now. NBA, y'all could do the funniest thing right now and defund the WNBA. Let them get paid only.
Some commentators noted that many players possess college degrees, yet seem to lack comprehension of basic financial concepts. The timing of the controversy was particularly unfortunate for the league, as it overshadowed what was intended to be a celebratory showcase event. Instead of generating positive publicity for women's professional basketball, the All-Star Game became associated with economic complaints and public relations failures. Indiana Fever's popularity, largely driven by Clark's presence, was frequently cited as evidence of the league's dependence on specific star players. Many suggested that without Clark's drawing power, attendance and viewership numbers would be even more dismal than current levels.
Paid only on what they bring in. They lost $40 million last year, folks. Entitlement has gotten so bad, there's a whole league based off of it. This was a terrible move. What if I told you, welcome to Clown World? Yeah. Bring in the revenue that the NBA does then.
The negative response extended beyond casual fans to include serious basketball analysts and sports business experts. The consensus appeared to be that the shirt campaign represented poor decision-making by league leadership and player representatives. Some critics suggested that if players truly wanted compensation matching men's professional sports, they should first demonstrate ability to generate comparable revenue streams. The stark disparity between revenue generation and salary expectations became a central theme in the criticism. The controversy highlighted ongoing challenges facing women's professional sports regarding financial sustainability and market positioning.
Right. I mean, it's yikes. Yikes. Why are they so ugly? Why do they mock womanhood? This got ugly quick. This got ugly quick. Advocating for a pay cut is wild. I feel a player strike incoming. They're going to destroy the league. I mean, seriously, 99% of league revenue.
The public reaction suggested that fans and observers expect realistic approaches to compensation that align with economic realities rather than aspirational demands. The incident demonstrated how quickly sports controversies can spiral beyond their intended audience through social media amplification. What began as a statement during an All-Star game quickly became a trending topic, generating predominantly negative coverage for the league. The overwhelming nature of the criticism suggested that the marketing strategy behind the shirts was fundamentally flawed from a public relations perspective. The uniform negative response across different demographics and platforms indicated a significant miscalculation by league decision makers.
These little myths could finally get put to bed. The Indiana Fever and the city of Indianapolis is a wonderful basketball city. Asia Wilson she just even had to get off her high horse and pretty much tell it like it is. Man, this has been the best city ever. Kelsey Plum as well. Oh my God, man, just so many people showed up and showed out. Like, bro, Indiana's a basketball city, dog. They don't have a baseball team or anything like that, but it's definitely a basketball city. They got both of these basketball teams, and it's lit there. Now, shout out to
The situation raised questions about the league's long-term viability and strategic direction. With continued financial losses and now public relations challenges, the organization faces mounting pressure to develop sustainable business models rather than relying on external subsidies and public sympathy. The contrast between the players' demands and the league's financial performance created an optics problem that extended far beyond typical sports commentary into broader discussions about economic literacy and realistic expectations in professional athletics. The Indiana Fever supporters have created significant waves throughout the WNBA community during the recent All-Star festivities. Despite facing criticism and negative commentary from various sources online, these passionate basketball enthusiasts demonstrated their unwavering commitment to the league in a remarkable fashion.
Ball teams and it's lit there. Now, shout out to my homeboy Mike over on X, man, because Mike made a great point, and I want to share it here with you guys. If you guys ain't following the homeboy, y'all should be following him. He stated, despite some players and a bunch of old guard fans talking crap about Indiana Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans, here they are chanting, pay them to the commissioner. They continue being the top fan base that uplift the league. Guys, listen to this.
The Stud Buzz podcast provided extensive coverage that revealed the authentic atmosphere and behind-the-scenes activities during the All-Star weekend. This comprehensive documentation helped dispel numerous misconceptions and highlighted the genuine basketball culture thriving in Indianapolis. The coverage showcased how Indiana represents a true basketball community with devoted fans supporting their teams passionately. Even prominent players like A'ja Wilson acknowledged the exceptional hospitality and enthusiasm displayed by the Indianapolis community. Kelsey Plum and numerous other athletes expressed amazement at the overwhelming support they received.
That uplift the league. Guys, listen to this.
Oh, that's cutting out. You know that JCB where he
Now, that was going down in Indianapolis. And not only that, man, we had the Stud Buzz 72
Indianapolis has established itself as a premier basketball destination, with dedicated fan bases rallying behind both professional teams in the city. A notable social media observation pointed out the contradiction between critics who disparaged Indiana Fever supporters and Caitlin Clark fans, while simultaneously witnessing these same fans actively advocating for player compensation. The supporters demonstrated their commitment by organizing chants directed toward league leadership, specifically calling for fair player salaries. The organized chanting from the stands created a powerful moment that resonated throughout the venue. Spectators and media personnel expressed surprise at this coordinated display of support for player compensation issues.
That, man, we had the Stud Buzz 72-hour, bro, podcast showed what the WNBA players really do during the All-Star weekend. It showed players are not machines. They like to have fun and go to parties and just do regular people stuff. And I think that was a big deal, bro. That 72-hour podcast, bro. That was for real, bro. Here's like, these are all reporters. This is like reporter row here. And like, people are stunned that the fans did this. People are stunned, bro. Stunned. Hell, I'm even a man.
The fan demonstration occurred during a time when league officials were focused on other festivities, making the timing particularly impactful. The 72-hour podcast coverage revealed authentic glimpses into player personalities and activities during the All-Star weekend. This documentation showed athletes engaging in normal social activities and having fun, humanizing them beyond their on-court performances. The coverage provided valuable insight into the genuine relationships and camaraderie among WNBA players. Media representatives present at the event appeared stunned by the organized nature of the fan advocacy.
Stunned, bro. Stunned. Hell, I'm even amazed. They did this, bro. They wanted to show love. And like I stated, man, I stated this before. The commissioner was out back partying, getting drunk, not paying attention. All of these people was giving the Indiana Fever fan base such a bad rep, bro. But this right here shows you we are the front runners in this thing. We are the front runners in this league, and it has to be addressed publicly.
The supporters wanted to express their appreciation while simultaneously pushing for systemic changes within the league structure. This demonstration challenged previous negative narratives about the Indiana fan base and showcased their sophisticated understanding of league issues. The coordinated effort by supporters highlighted their position as leaders within the WNBA community. Their actions demanded public acknowledgement and forced media outlets to reconsider their previous coverage of Indiana Fever supporters. The demonstration called for balanced reporting that recognized the positive contributions of the fan base
in this league, and it has to be addressed publicly. And I'm telling you right now, every reporter that wrote a hit piece on the Indiana Fever fan base needs to write about this right here, what we just witnessed tonight.
Following the All-Star game, players addressed media questions about their advocacy efforts. When asked about the "pay us what you owe us" message displayed on their shirts, players explained their position clearly. They emphasized that athletes are the foundation of the league's brand and deserve fair compensation for their contributions to the sport's growth. Players articulated that without their talent and dedication, the league would not exist. They stressed that past, present, and future athletes have invested significant effort into building the WNBA's reputation and deserve a fair share of the increasing revenue.
Hi, Fia. Obviously, you made a statement with your play, but you guys made a statement about the pay today, and it said, "Pay us what you owe us" on the shirts. It's going to get a lot of attention. If you could just say in the simplest form to those who are just getting aware of this now, what do you mean by what you owe us?
The players of what is building this brand in this league. There is no league without the players, and
The message represented their collective belief that they have earned a larger portion of the financial success they helped generate. When questioned about their message to fans who might not fully understand the compensation issues, players explained the disparity in revenue sharing. They noted receiving only a small percentage of total league revenue despite being the primary source of entertainment. Their goal involves securing a fair and reasonable portion of the money their performances generate. The collective bargaining agreement negotiations weigh heavily on players' minds even when away from basketball activities.
League. There is no league without the players, and the past, present, the ones coming up, they're the ones that have put in the blood, sweat, and tears for the new money that's coming in, and so we feel like we are owed a piece of that pie that we helped to create. So that's basically what that is.
Lisa, next question to your right in the front row.
Lisa, Nick Hamilton, Nightcast Media. Speaking about the statement that you all collectively made and having the fan support, what do you want the other fans that may not fully understand what you're fighting for? What is
The awareness raised during the All-Star weekend, including media questions and fan support, created lasting impact. Players acknowledged feeling unable to forget about these crucial negotiations due to the sustained public attention. The significance of these negotiations extends beyond current players to future generations. Each collective bargaining agreement establishes precedents for subsequent contracts, making current decisions critically important for the sport's long-term development. Players recognize their responsibility to advocate not only for themselves but for athletes who will follow.